So, I'm sick. You might not be able to tell at first glance because I'm wearing a ton of makeup to hide the fact, but here's what I looked like earlier. I feel so pretty. It's nothing serious, it's just a common cold, but there's something about the common cold that just makes you want to die. I mean, even when you have influenza, you can at least pass out after a good puke. But with this, my head's just full of snots, and I'm sorry if that's too candid, but that's what's going on here, and I feel I should give you a good picture of what's going on. There's snot in my head, in my whole head. I thought I'd reach out to you guys on the community tab and also on Twitter and ask you for your weird suggestions of ways to cure the common cold. Now, I've tried all the normal stuff, and I am on a lot of hardcore drugs. Well, not hardcore drugs, just like a decongestant and some cough medicine. Not heroin. And you didn't disappoint me. A ton of you sent me some really good remedies. Now, some of them were more traditional things that I would call mainstream, like lemon and honey or different kinds of tea, but I want to try the wackiest, weirdest ones today. So, let's get weird. Editor?
I'm sick too.
Oh, okay, so I'm largely on my own then. Good to know. Coming in at number 10, you guys suggested I try spicy food. And I'm sure you guys meant something quite mild to clear my sinuses, but you know.
Go hard or go home.
So months and months ago, a guy called Carlos Jose decided he would send me something evil, something excessively evil, and that was Carolina Reaper sauce. Now, I've been putting this off because I felt like I needed a really good video to put it in and a good excuse, but what better time than a time when I need to clear up my head hole. Here it is. And he suggested we put it on something or in something, but I just figured go hard or go home. So here we go. I have a lot of milk on standby. I'm actually, my whole body is shaking. Oh god, that's a throat. Why are you doing this to me, YouTube? But actually my airways feel really clear. The rest of me is dying, but my airways are clear. Okay, that was horrible, but I'm gonna give it like a 7 out of 10 in effectiveness. Just a minute, I'm gonna go drink a lot more milk. Don't try that one at home. I'm sure it was amusing to watch, but yeah, don't do it. Next on the list, some of you suggested an old wives' tale of tying a stinky sock around your neck. And apparently that sucks all the snots away or something. Here's a day-old sock, and I'm going to tie it around my neck, and we'll see what happens. It occurs to me as I'm doing this that this goes against all health and safety things. I'm going to tie it really loosely, but kids, don't try this at home, and when you grow up, be a lawyer or a doctor, not a YouTuber, because just, yeah. Okay, so it's tied loosely around my neck because I don't want to die. I guess you're supposed to wait a while, but I'm gonna give this one like a 2 out of 10 on effectiveness, because even then, I can't see anything happening really. I don't feel any different. Now, I've included this one because it's good to laugh at yourself. So I was told to burn sage and sit with it in the room with me. Unfortunately, as you can see, my local grocery only had fancy sage that was in a pack like this. It doesn't burn so well, as you'll see. I tried a couple of different things, but no. It did char a little, so I'll give it that, and it did smell a bit like a church, but no, I'm gonna chalk that one up to a fail. What's she looking so happy about? Next up, you guys suggested a lot of stuff about onions and garlic, largely eating them, but I felt that was too easy, so I dug a little deeper, and some of you guys suggested I put them in my sock, and also, again, around my neck. So, let's do that now. Why does putting stuff around your neck make you better when you're sick? It's weird. Here we go. Oh, Jesus. Oh God, the stink. I can smell it already. This one is going in my sock. Ta-da! This one is going on my neck. My neck is getting pretty full. I'll just hang it there. Very good. I feel ridiculous. Okay, I'm not feeling any different, but I sure can't smell it. I'm gonna give it a 4 because I can definitely smell the garlic, and I can imagine over time it would certainly clear your sinuses up, especially the eating thing, but that's not weird enough for the list, so 4 out of 10. Next up is the thing I really don't want to do. It's exercise. You guys suggested I exercise to sweat it out of me, and I'm very reluctant to do this, so here I go. 1, 2, 3, 75, 100. Well, I feel 10 times worse and also sweaty now, so I'm gonna give that one a 0. That's a huge fail. If you exercise when you're sick, like in a different way. I'll point out it was especially hard to exercise with the garlic in my sock. Yeah, maybe it makes you feel better biologically speaking or using science or whatever, but no, just no. If you exercise when you're sick, you're a crazy person, and that's what I've concluded about you. Crazy. Go take a selfie of your abs. Crazy. Next up, you guys suggested I do a face massage. Now, I think there's a method to this. You're going to play around with your face hole, and there's going to be sinuses that you're going to press on, so let's check the most reliable source on how to do stuff, WikiHow, which is never wrong and never lies. Okay, they're talking a lot about lymph nodes, and I think they're assuming I know where they are. I'm gonna guess they're around where my garlic is. It says, apply a light layer of face oil. Well, I feel like we already have that naturally from all the sweating. Massage under your ears and along your jaw. Use wide circles sweeping from under your ears down toward your throat and up along your jawline. Press more firmly in areas where the muscles feel tight. This doesn't help me at all. Okay. There we go. Along your ears. Okay, very good. And along your other ears. Yeah, he likes it. Close your eyes and focus on the relaxing motion of your hands on your face. I'm not finding this relaxing at all. I mean, it's not rocket science, but I'm not loving it. Actually, that doesn't feel that bad. Oh, the bag of the garlic is starting to get to me. I mean, momentarily I can sniff again. So that's good. I'm gonna give that like a 7 out of 10. For this next one, I had to leave my house, so I'm immediately deducting a point. It's essentially stuffing a load of salt and water up your nose and watching it come out the other side, and it's supposed to clear your sinuses. When I was buying it, there was a really nice guy in the shop called Mark, and he advised me to boil the water first to clean it, but also reminded me to wait for it to cool down. I guess he saw the blonde and felt like I needed help with that. So here we go. I'm gonna say it, the Neti Pot was actually way worse than the Carolina Reaper because I wasn't prepared for it at all. I knew, historically speaking, having seen other people try the Carolina Reaper, it was gonna be hellish, but I had no idea the Neti Pot was gonna be like a lemon to the brain. For that reason, I'm gonna give the Neti Pot a 5 out of 10 because it did clear my sinuses a lot, but it also was a horrendous life experience. Next up, it's boiling a fizzy drink and making it flat. Essentially, the glucosamine is good to give you like a little bit of energy, and it also settles a sick stomach, which I don't have. But, you know, Irish mammies always say to take 7-Up when you're sick. I wish my mom was here. She would bring me tissues. So you guys suggested a bunch of different things. There was like ginger ale and cider, I'm assuming non-alcoholic, and a couple of other things. But essentially, it's all the same stuff. Take pad, put fizzy drink in pad, bubbles will go away. Wait till it cools. And yes, it's nice, it's sort of just comforting in a weird way. I'm gonna give it a 6 out of 10. You know, it's worth a shot if you're sick, but it's probably not gonna cure you. The next one makes me think you guys hate me again. It's apple cider vinegar. Now, I tried apple cider vinegar once before when a fitness instructor told me to have it before I eat anything in the morning. And I did that for one morning and then never again because apple cider vinegar is gross. And I don't think anybody should drink this. But I'm gonna do it for you, so here we go. did not make me feel better. This made me feel 10 times worse. So I'm giving this one a 0 out of 10. Everybody just needs to stay the hell away from apple cider vinegar. It shouldn't be a thing anymore. I have very deliberately saved the best for last. It is the classic Irish Hot Toddy. You will need
whiskey, more whiskey, a lemon, some honey, your favourite mug, and a kettle.
And you end up with a dream cure-all for every illness in the world ever. This one gets my 10 out of 10, and I suggest you all try it too. It must be good. It's Irish. I want to take a minute to thank the members of my Karmic Goals. You'll find their names in the description. If you see any of these people's names in the comments, feel free to engage with them. They're exceptionally cool people. Today's video is sponsored by Lowell Walker and Joedy Skrobak. This is Jody. She's a lovely lady, and if you see her in comments, say hello. Also, a special thanks to Louie, who sent me the makeup today, which helped prevent me from looking uber hideous, just a tiny bit hideous. And I hope you enjoyed me tormenting myself for your viewing pleasure. That's it. I'm gonna go to bed now. Can I take this off? I'm starting to feel ridiculous. Oh god, the things I do for YouTube. Next up, excuse me, I did say I was sick. I do not have time for this in my life. Why are you doing this to me?